Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
All right, Dr. Nick.
It's putty time. Don't sniff this. Okay, we are puttied. We're letting the putty dry. Once it's dry, we're going to sand. Once sanded, we're going to paint. Excuse the fan noise, but I've read many times that it's perfectly possible to sand latex paint. I'll be damned if I can ever pull it off. Say, oh, you know, you get some 150 sandpaper, finish it off with some 220. Doesn't matter what grit I use, what method I use. It always comes down to the same thing. It grabs, it tears, it smears. You know, it's like, what is latex paint? But essentially, a latex glove on a wall. Wanna try to sand that? Not me, not me. But we keep trying. Of course, now the contact paper on certain spots is wanting to peel off where I've got a little extra vibration. So I'm going to try to shave some of it if I can, because it's just going to keep shredding on me. Let's vacuum. I just found some staples down low that I need to countersink, putty, and sand over. Didn't catch any of that. I think probably because I had the step stool in the way. Missed all that on my first run. Never want to go too deep. Let's paint. I need more light. Well, I'm no painter by any means. Wasn't expecting a pristine result here. But at least, fortunately, it looks like this was all painted recently enough to where I don't have to be too precise with the cut-ins. Everything looks to be flowing and blending well, so happy for that. I just gotta see if I can feather out those brush strokes a little bit up top and in the corner. We seek progress, not perfection. Guess we'll see what happens when it's all dry. I'm not even 100% sure how the sheen is going to work out because I couldn't tell if this was flat or eggshell. Really depended on where you looked at it and how the light was hitting it. So I opted for flat. Worst case scenario, it'll be a base coat. But the way it's going on, I think we're probably safe. Why they chose flat, I don't know. But as I said, progress, not perfection. And of course, part of my problem here is my impatience. I wanted to save all the painting for one project for that entire wall and get it all done in one shot. On the flip side, I really want to get some shelving mounted and get some of this messy clutter going, because if I can get shelving mounted in this corner that I want to, then that will basically free things up for my wall mounted, or my floor shelf that's going to be mounted to the wall over here, and that's going to free up so much stuff for me that I might have kind of jumped ahead of myself just a little bit, but there's still a lot more painting and such that needs to be done. Just touch up stuff aside from what's behind the entertainment center and everything. Moment of truth as I wobble a little bit. It's time to install my Walnature Bali floating shelves. So precise was the gapping between the wall and the cabinet. Then once I removed this corner piece of trim, two of these guys wedged in there, snug as a bug. There's no screws holding them in place right now. They are resting on the lip of the door and wedged between the wall and this cabinet. That's how close it is. We're gonna get those things screwed into place. My measurements were correct. 2, 4, 6. Now, the sixth one up here, the top row, I might not be able to get discs upright all the way to the end of it. I might have to go on the side and stack in this corner, because it was really close. I still had the balance and everything in place when I measured, but the idea was to measure from the top lip of the door at this level here to the ceiling in height. And I don't remember the specifics now because it's been like a month and a half, but it was really close. But I'll still be able to get 6 here, and then ultimately at the bare minimum we want to do 1, 2, 3 all the way over to the side to allow this to come out here. And then at some point I'm going to have to make a decision as far as what I'm doing here. Nice. Now this is where the fun begins. Getting the proper height clearance. First thing you need is 2 cases that are the same height. Or more. Really want to get good balance. I did these last time. The vertical DVD cases and one on top for hand clearance. Gotta empty out some more of these shelves so I can start with that. Oh, that's good and snug. And sometimes when you get these things snugged up, they tend to shift upwards a little bit. So my instinct is I want to align these, but I'm afraid that it'll shift even more and then be too high. But I want these things to be as proper as humanly possible. So I don't know if I should do this hole first or that hole first. Huh. I just gotta roll the dice. Lucky number 7. Saddle up, lock and load. It's a little bit loud next to the ear ball. I think predominantly for these here, supposed to be Blu-ray cases, but library shelves are a fluid thing. So I want to prepare them for DVD cases just in case. No pun intended. And some Blu-ray sets come in DVD size cases, so let me get 2 more shelves prepared. More stubborn. Nope. Now what I was getting at here. See, that DVD case hits the ceiling right there. So this one is okay. This one's going to run into some issues. And no way around that. We have to work with the space we have available. That's what I got. All things considered, I think it's a win. Never thought I'd feel like I was going deaf from a vacuum before. Ta-da! Let's sample something. I'll give you a Blu-ray. Complete Star Trek The Animated Series. Oh, we're good here. Wow. Huh. Almost. That thing just shy of reaching the edge. Now, do I have enough TV Blu-ray cases to fill all 6 of these? I don't think so. But we'll work something out somehow, some way. That's what we do. Alright, so play with a couple ideas on the best way to get the second row aligned on this wall. I want them at the exact same height level as these ones. So I clamped I-beam level to the bottom one so I can rest it on the lip, secure it in place, and then I will just move it up, move it up, move it up, and then we'll go on. Forgot to start recording. Pulled out the last shelf and put things on pause while I was digging it out, and then I forgot to unpause. So let's load. So this is where I end my evening. Things need to be rearranged. More shelving needs to be added. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this wall. How I might incorporate that shelving unit. Thinking about taking it, flipping it, putting it on this wall. Because if I take these Bali floating shelves, I can't really go down because they'll stick out too far in the door and have this here. It'll be too narrow an entryway. I can, however, leave the entertainment center and take this and flip it around and not really lose anything. Because of the width here, I'm thinking about even taking an inch off these stupid ends that stick out on both sides. Thinking about shaving an inch off either end, which will shrink it down obviously by 2 inches. So it'll go from 20.5 wide to 18.5 wide. So if I were to start here and go over, when it comes out, I think I still have a good enough entryway there. I don't know. I'm playing with ideas. But at this point, it might be free and clear to start tackling this wall and this shelving unit tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that plays out. But that's where we're at. As always, I appreciate you coming along on my little journeys here. I might have one of the most random channels on YouTube. Let's have a kitty. And yeah, so, you know, your presence, your views, your support, your subscriptions, all that good stuff, you know, it's always appreciated. Comments, suggestions, criticisms, whatever. Just like the fact that you're here. I like the fact that I'm not just talking to myself in the middle of the ether, although sometimes it's pretty darn close to that. Not gonna lie. You know, it is what it is. I do my thing. Sometimes people want to come along, and those that do, thank you. And see you on the next roundabout. Good night.
Alan.